I have been checking labels lately for fiber content, and it has been both horrifying and illuminating.
Those socks really shocked me, though.
Rubber. And they didn't even come up with a cute little name for it, or sometimes it's
like vegan leather,
right? Or polyamide. You don't know what polyamide is, so you just like, oh, whatever. It's a form of nylon, but you don't think about it. You just see syllables and you go with it. There was no cute little term for it. It was just rubber. Related to socks is kind of, obviously people sell sock yarn, which has nylon in it, but nylon is plastic, and if I want the rubber out of my socks, I'm like, do I also want the nylon out of my socks? So I'm potentially looking at sock yarns or yarns that are merino and silk, because silk will give you that strength, it will give you breathability and comfort, but it's not plastic. So I'm thinking about, just kind of managing the amount of nylon that I purchase now. So I'm giving nylon side eye these days is the whole thing. So
okay.
That's all that's happening. So we will be considering carefully how much nylon we start purchasing when we're buying yarn this year.
Okay.
We went out, there's a story for everything, dang. We went out to Target, and it just wasn't that cold out, and I had on this sweater. Technically I would call it my favorite sweater, my favorite store-bought sweater. There's nothing special about it. It's green and white stripes, a little oversized, cute sweater. I like it. But I had a jacket on because I thought it was going to be colder than it was. And so while we were in the store, I'm feeling very, very warm, but in that, not really releasing body heat kind of way that synthetic fibers will do to you. And I was like, man, I love this sweater, but you have to wear it in the right temperature range. It's not something you can just throw on, when it's 50 odd degrees outside. And I was thinking it may be time to start looking at some of the sweaters I own that I purchased from stores and remaking them. Because honestly, I have sweaters that I'm not wearing at all, but I just haven't gotten rid of them because I really like the design or the style. And so I think it's time to just kind of split the difference and make a sweater in that style. And then as I make new sweaters, I will get rid of some of these store-bought sweaters, because I think I'm really starting to want, specifically in the sweater realm, really want to focus on having handmade sweaters and not
in natural fibers.
Yes,
because the comfort level is different. That's a fact.
Yes. So I think I'm going to start with, what I'm calling my favorite sweater, and then just kind of go from there. But then I thought maybe I should leave the favorite sweater for last, like kind of work my way up to it. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I may be just saying that because I want to hang on to it for as long as possible.
Yeah, that's what I suspected.
But
I bet you if you remade it and you wore the one you made, that one, the store-bought one, will fall to the wayside.
The plan right now is to literally kind of go sweater by sweater in my closet and remake them. One of two things is happening. Either A, I'm really becoming more sensitive to the difference between synthetic fibers and natural fibers, or I'm becoming a complete snob.
No, you know what? I didn't know there was a difference until I started wearing more natural fibers.
Right.
And once I started wearing them and I felt the difference. It's
different. When we went to New Jersey Sheep and Wool, and it was just blazing hot outside, but I was wearing a cotton outfit that I'd made, I just felt but I was not storing up that heat in my body like a battery.
Yes. Because that's what it's like when the fabric doesn't breathe.
I was aware that it was very hot outside, but my body was still cooling itself in a way it just did not in acrylic fibers. So I think so I'm still noticing it with things like tank tops and t-shirts that I tend to just wear around my house. I usually don't wear them out. Especially if the closer the fit, anything that's kind of close to the body, I'm like, this just feels different.
And if you don't wear natural fibers, you don't know that.
Yeah. So I'm really starting, sweaters in particular is kind of where I'm starting, but I just kind of want to start shifting away from the synthetic fibers, both in terms of what I make and in terms of what I buy.
Mm-hmm.
Because now when I go to stores and look at clothes, I look at those labels. And I must look like a crazy person because, you know, the tag in the back usually doesn't have the content information. It's the one on the side. So I have to like turn the whole thing inside out. And I'm sure I've gotten looks, but I need to know what it's made out of. So, yeah, I'm switching over my sweater wardrobe. So stay tuned.
So, in that vein, you know I love me a good t-shirt.
Right.
So I want to make myself this summer a good t-shirt, a really good t-shirt. So I want it to be made out of all natural fibers. I want it to fit great. I want it to have just the neck opening I want it to have. And I will be getting rid of a cotton and polyester and spandex t-shirt when that one's done, because I'm going to do sort of the same thing with my t-shirt. But getting back to our earlier conversation about temperature, I'm always at the right temperature when I'm in this. I'm neither hot nor cold, and I love that.
But, and like I mentioned earlier, a lot of, because I'm still wearing around the house the things that I purchased at stores, a lot of those are synthetic fibers. And so sometimes even when it's not particularly warm, I'm a little hot. So I definitely want to also switch over those things too. I'm becoming a natural fiber snob. I am.
You know what? Aficionado.
I don't know if I'm mad at the word snob though.
Okay, girl. Own it. Okay.
But it's just, I really feel like I notice a difference now. That's the main thing. So I'm kind of going category by category, you know, my sweaters, my play clothes, what have you, my socks. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking of all these areas where I really just kind of want to start phasing out the synthetic fibers. And to that end, I'm really proud of the fact that I have declined to purchase things that I've seen that I thought were really cute but were made out of synthetic fibers, because I knew that even if I liked how it looked, I wasn't going to like how it wore.